Market update time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, so quick little market update for you today. Well, I hope it's quick. You notice when people say, I'm going to do a quick video for you and they're there for 10 minutes. Anyway, I'll try to make this quick. Yesterday I said that I expect a downside movement down to this bottom channel. That's exactly what happened. Also, what I noticed too, guys, is that a towering volume, not a big down day, just 1% down day, but towering volume. Plus also we're getting, especially our stochastics, very weak divergence through there. This week through here, that's a very weak sign, guys. I wouldn't be too surprised when the FOMC minutes come out tomorrow that we actually start heading down a lot more from here. So yeah, I said that the market, I said yesterday that I think the market's going to start coming off through here and head down to the bottom of this channel, and that's exactly what it did for the S&P 500. And again, look at that volume through there. Same thing for the Russell. We didn't quite get the movement on the Russell that I was looking for, but it still had a decent down move. Plus also the Dow Jones industrial average chart. You can see the Dow Jones 30. You can see that, yeah, it did have a pop down. It went straight down to the bottom of this channel. We're getting everything now with the indicators. Plus also, if you have a look at the volume here, volume is massively spiking. So guys, we are now starting to get some big volume spikes where we are right now. So I believe that we're now starting to get ready into the turning point of this market as well too. And the SPY as well too, guys. Look at the SPY. The market's been running up for quite some time on the SPY. The market had this high point through here, and if you look at this point, look at this here. Let me see if I can get my trend line. So we actually had this high point through here. The market came down and supported it through there. Market came up, ran this high through here, came up, supported through there. Market ran up, made this high through here, and look where we are right now. We actually broke below it. Now we actually closed below it. This is the first time, and if I just take that off the screen here for a minute and let me get this line through here, you'll be able to see this was the high point through there. It broke back up, found support. This was the high point through there. Came back up. It actually, you see it found support. This is the high point through here. It came down, it actually bounced off it as support, and now we actually came down and closed below it, and obviously got this sort of action happening as well too. So getting a lot of reversals in the market, and look at that type of candlestick as well too. You can see how it ran up, came all the way down, closing lower as well too, and again nice volume spike on the bar there as well too. So everything's looking very weak here, guys, as I've been saying for quite some time now. For the last couple of weeks, and maybe the turn's going to start happening right now. We're getting the volume, so I think that we're likely to start getting that pullback soon. I know it's hard for me to say because of the FOMC minutes. Who knows what Janet Yellen is going to say? She could have this one last push to the high side, then re-roll over. Again, we just don't know what's going to happen through there. The market overall, guys, is looking very weak. You can see that just by looking at everything, especially the volume there, especially the Dow Jones volume. It's looking very weak there. So it's going to be really interesting, guys. It's going to be really interesting to see what actually happens with the FOMC minutes, what they're going to say through there. But if Janet Yellen comes out and they do try to get a little bit of a push to the high side, then I think that'll be the last straw before we start to see a pullback happening in the markets. Once again, guys, I always want you guys to keep an eye on the bigger picture as well too. And looking at the Dow Jones, there's a few things on the Dow Jones that I want you guys to remember on the bigger picture. One, we're at this major area of resistance. Two, look at the stochastics there. And obviously three, we're making this overall, big sort of, we're starting to make this overall downtrend as well too. So you can see how we're starting to slowly step down. That's obviously on the Dow Jones. The Russell, you can see the Russell, at this area of resistance, guys. It's a very weak sign. We're going to get some down movement. I've seen that pattern so many times, guys. We're going to get some downward movement, and this is where the stochastics are on the Russell. My goodness, look at that. That's overdone, and now I believe we're going to start heading down once again as well too. So we had this big pick up through here. I believe, guys, now we're now getting into the phase, especially where we are right now, to start seeing that pullback on the Russell. And also same with the S&P. Once again, guys, look at the S&P. We've been creating these lower peaks, lower trough, coming up through here. We now created these strong buys, got these little weak buys. Trust me, guys. Okay, trust me. That go look at the market. Go do your back testing. Go do your research. When this market runs up through here. I said this was going to be a short video, but now I'm ranting. Let's go. This market ran up through here, and then it's had this strong buyers, weak buyers. Guys, go do your research. Go do your research when the market runs up through there, and then it creates a nice slight little channel, runs up through there, where you got this sort of, let's change this color here to say a green, and let's just do a pen here, where the market has a run up, and then suddenly it starts to go this little weaker buyers, this strong buyers, into these weak buyers. That equals downside, and now we're getting these bigger reversals on the stochastics as well too. Everything is pointing down. S&P 500 pointing down. The Russell is pointing down. The Dow Jones is pointing down, and obviously, move. There we go. Obviously, and the SPY is also pointing down as well, and obviously the Nasdaq as well too. Nasdaq is obviously faltering at that area of resistance. So guys, lots of things. Again, I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but the overall picture is down. We're either going to start heading down from here, or we're going to get one last push to the high side, and then we start the rollover, and then we start to see everything starting to come down. And you watch, we'll start to get big volume spikes, and we'll start to get some more decent moves on the downside as well too. So there we go, guys. That's what I do see on the markets overall. I do see that, you know, things are really starting to roll over. Things are really starting to happen. I'm not expecting a crash, but who knows what's going to happen in this market. That's what I see in the market update, guys. Again, yesterday I said the market's going to pull back, and we did get a pullback, almost a 1% across the board on all the indices. And then what actually happened? And then what happens tonight? Who knows? Maybe we do get a little push, because every time Janet Yellen speaks, the market runs higher. If Janet Yellen speaks and the market drops, now that's actually saying something, because, you know, every time for the last month and a half, she's been pushing this market higher. Well, she hasn't been really pushing it higher. It's been going up and then sideways. You know, it's just like, this market's not a true market. Look at this. It's up, and then we had this sideways. Then we had a little up move, and then all this sideways. A little up move, and then sideways. That's like, yeah. So there we have it, guys. There's my little market update. That's what I think. Well, either if we do get a breakdown, that's actually a lot weaker, because Janet Yellen couldn't do anything to push the market up, and that to me equals more downside. Or we get a little push to the high side, and then we start the roller. Either way, guys, down. That big arrow is down. Hey, it's Howell here, and thanks so much for watching my video. You see, I'm putting out daily videos and education on helping you learning the art of successful trading. So click on the subscribe button to keep up to date with every video I do. Also, check out my story video, $250,000 in debt, cancer, overweight, family passing away, lived on the streets, and more, and how I overcome it and now thriving through my life. This is here to motivate you, so click on that image to watch my video. And lastly, if you're struggling with your trading, then you need to see my latest webinar, where I'm sharing with you an amazing strategy that allows you to generate an income without getting the direction right. So click on that image on this page to register for my next free webinar. This is Howell here. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.